Hello, welcome, perhaps welcome back, I don't know, perhaps you've been here before. My name is Michelle, I'm your knitting friend with chronic pain, and welcome to episode 12 of A Chat About Knits. Today it's been a while since the last time, and that was not on purpose. I just went on holiday, as I did warn a bit about, but I went on holiday, I got sick. And I got back, had to re-energize again before being ready to do a new episode of this. So that's why it's been 4 weeks, I think. Yeah, 4 weeks. That's how life goes. I am here today with a single finished object. I actually have 4 ongoing knitting projects, but I'm only going to show you 3 because one of them I haven't made any progress on. And I have a crochet project that I'm currently working on. So that's exciting. And before we start everything, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, I would really love for you to give it a thumbs up and perhaps subscribe if you would like to see more from me. I try to do this twice a month, more or less. That would be once every other week. I try. As I said, I suffer from chronic pain, and that sometimes takes my energy a lot away. Besides the fact of just having pain, it can really suck the energy out of me, and so that's, you know, that goes a bit up and down. So I'm trying now to do it every other week. Let's say that we're trying. And otherwise, I hope you are having some knitting in your hands, or some crocheting, or some other lovely thing you love to do, and are ready to watch this for the next half hour to 45 minutes. I am hoping to keep it on. Let's see. But yeah. I want to tell you quickly about what I'm wearing, because if you've seen my top, let's put it in here. If you've seen this top, you probably know about this pattern in general. This is my full Monstera pattern. This is my full Monstera sweater. I do have a yoke version as well. This one is a white raglan, where I have the main color as a raglan that also has a detail down by the sides, a turtleneck, and some really white cuffs that I really like, and then it's just in general a loose cozy fit. It's really nice and warm, and yeah, I really love it. I love Monsteras, if you don't know by now. It's knitted in Navia Trio, and as well the orange one, rusty color here, has Navia Alpaca, and the green one also contains some drops kit silk. I am without notes today. This is very weird for me. That also means that I'm not going to come with any prices today, and I'm not going to promise I'm going to write them. I'm just sorry. But I am rogue, I'm without notes. It's really odd, and I think I've been doing this 3 or 4 times by now. I'm hoping this is the last time. Who knows? But yeah, I just really love the sweater, and really cozy, and I am actually quite happy about it being autumn again, so I can wear it. And it's, by the way, a perfect outdoor sweater. I now am having just a t-shirt underneath, but if you wear like a woolen undershirt, a long-sleeved woolen undershirt, these are absolutely perfect for a 0 wind day. Just out and about in the cold. I love it, having these. That's why I just in general love these types of sweaters. This one as well. This is my first and only finished object. This is the Svivel Sweater. I'm just gonna, sorry, those back. I'm just gonna show it here, and to not overheat, I'm not going to change into it. Instead, I'm going to put a delightful little video of me from my TikTok on here. Yeah, this is my Svivel Sweater. I have some short rows in the back beneath the pattern that goes all the way across. It has a folded collar as well as a folded cuff on the sleeves. And it has my cute little label in, and you can't see that, but that says by Michelle Knapman. I love it. My own designs, as much as possible, I try to put those in. Sorry, I'm gonna put it back here. You've probably seen it before, so I'm not going to talk too much about the design other than what I just told you, but I love it. What I instead want to tell you is my delightful trip doing this, because I originally bought the yarn on sale as my local yarn shop unfortunately had to close. She decided to close the shop down, so I bought it on sale for 40%. Steal, if you ask me. And I originally bought for an all-over pattern sweater like this, where it's like I'm gonna need a bit more of my base color, but I'm gonna need quite a lot of my contrast color, especially depending on which color I decide to use for the cuffs and everything. And I decided to use the grey. So. Then when I have reached like this part of the pattern and I tried to incorporate, when I reached here, I tried to incorporate some more pattern. I really couldn't get it to look like my vision, look like what I wanted it to look. And I realized, you know, it's not supposed to have anymore. It's just supposed to be that round yoke with that pattern is just gonna be the main part of it. That's what's gonna be in the center of everything. So I knitted on, and quite quickly realized I was gonna run out of blue, and yeah, that was not really nice. I have 2.5 of the grey left, and that's even with me doing the cuffs and everything in grey. I still have 2.5 left because, well, I did not do anything more. I did originally also want this pattern that's all the way up here. I wanted that on the cuffs and on the bottom, but I didn't like it. Scrapped it as well. I ran out of blue and went on Recraft, the Danish app where you can resell your yarn. Leftover yarn, your scraps, if you bought the wrong thing and can't return it, everything. I love it. I think it's a really great concept. And I found one who had some more, but unfortunately not in the same dye lot as mine. But it wasn't the next dye lot. Mine was 125 and hers 126, so I ended up just deciding to take the chance and hope dearly that it wouldn't be different. And honestly, I can't tell the difference between where I changed dye lots, so I'm really happy about my choice. And yeah, I think it turned out so nice. It is Rauma Vams, this way. And the blue one is color 051, might be some sort of denim blue, I think. And this one is 013, and that is a grey. I don't remember either. Again, no notes. But I really like them. I think they're a really cool match. I have 2.5 left, more or less, of each. So I think I might do, I don't know, like some junior sweater, some tiny sweater. It's not going to be too big if I have to do the same pattern, but otherwise I can find a pattern and use it. I do have some left in, I don't have the ball with me, but I do have from my, when I actually did a swatch for once. This is some sort of like beigey dirt color, like dirt color, sandy color. I think I have a skein or 2 left of this, maybe a skein and a half. So I have a third color. I don't know, but I'm really happy with the result. It is cropped. It is perfect for, I believe, when I wear high-waisted pants, and as well as the fact that I am an ambulatory wheelchair user and realise that sweaters look really odd. You've probably seen that yourself. Sometimes sweaters look weird when you sit down. And when you sit in a wheelchair, you don't necessarily have a table to cover you like you do when you sit on a chair. So I think it's actually going to be perfect for that. It's very nice and fitted, and in general I'm really happy with my results. And again, my brain sometimes is a bit off, so if I haven't already shown you, I'm probably just going to show you again a video from me wearing it from my TikTok, because I love it. It's cute. But this is my finished object for this time. I left it at home and I finished it last week. I left it home for my holiday and finished it last week because it was just too heavy to bring and too big and bulky, so I decided only to bring lightweight. So I did also finish an Edda bag. I've made those before, and those are just mainly for me traveling projects, because I can do the pattern from mind. From memory I just do it, so it's perfect for driving and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all on the finished objects. I'm quickly going to talk about my wrap dress, which is probably my longest ongoing whip by now. Last time I'm pretty sure it did not have this delightful band. It did not have these cords to tie it, and it did most certainly not have part of a skirt. I brought this on holiday. I knitted on it on the plane, and I made a huge mistake. In the beginning I just started straight off doing short rows on the skirt, which was, I don't know why I thought that the short rows would make it a lot longer than they did, and I realised when I looked at one of my own wrap dresses that perhaps I should knit just straight down for a while before doing my short rows. So that's I picked everything up again. I was more or less as long as it was now. Of course it was short rows, so it did have sort of like curve here at least. Picked it up, had the help of my delightful boyfriend to roll all of the yarn up into balls again, and I started knitting on it straight. So that's what is called getting the most out of your yarn. Yeah, so that's what's new about this. I am gonna see, I have a little progress keeper in where I am now. It's a little red one. If you can't see it, then just believe me. And yeah, that's just gonna be it. It's knitted in Hjertegarn Lana cotton 212, and let me just give you the colorway before we put it away. 5511 is the colorway. It's this delightful green, and this is the Lana cotton if you haven't seen it before. Wow, focus. There we go. So yeah, this is just a forever project, and it's just going to be that. So you're going to see it again another time. I also have my brother's blanket on the go, but I also left that at home, and I have not knitted on it since last time, more or less, because it's we just went to my brother's birthday, and I wanted to be able to give it to him. So so to not have a lot of yarn balls hanging off it, as I finished the panel you saw last time, it just matched, and I just gave it to him as is. So yeah. Oh my god. Sorry. So I haven't made any progress on that. That's just what it is. Probably next time you're gonna see it. I want to finish it a bit more on it before Christmas, so I would love to be able to give him the entire blanket for Christmas, but also knitting some other stuff our gift knits and stuff, so we'll see. Yeah, the next thing is some summer girl socks. Let me get my knees up here. I'm good. I forgot to take the label with me, didn't I? Yeah. Well, I forgot the label. But this is Sari Nordlund's summer girl socks, or the beginning of them. I decided to do that, to start on them on my vacation as well. And I knit 2 socks at a time, and I brought a way too short cord, and by the way didn't bring enough cords. So I started one at a time and then put them together, and when I got home I found this longer delightful cord to knit magic loop and 2 at the time. So I'm actually not sure that my upper parts here, the cups, are the same length, but I have decided that we're not gonna tell anybody. That's just the way it is. I don't recall the yarn. I'm just gonna look it up quickly and I'll be back. Okay, I found it. So sorry. But long live Ravelry and me deciding to put everything on Ravelry for once. But this yarn is the... I'm so sorry for not perhaps saying their name right, but Apmezgs yarn. This is their sock yarn. Ursa Major. And the colorway is A242. Yeah. It's this lovely, lovely yarn. Really autumnal, I think. You can really see like the orangey colors. I love them. The way that changes a bit. I completely forget. I think there's a bit of speckles in here and there, but otherwise I don't know if it's tonal. Help me. But I love it. I love the autumnal thing of it. I bought it at Fiber Folk earlier this year, where I had my orange face. And I think, I know it's the summer girl socks, but for me this is the autumn girl socks. I'm gonna match them up with having the ruffle just peek out of my my boots. I have some, I don't know, some ankle high boots, and I think it's gonna be so cute with having these just peep out of that. So that is my plan. I don't really have much else to say than the fact that I'm knitting it 2 at a time on magic loop. I put them in some old socks because we were traveling and I didn't want them to completely fall apart in my bag. Yeah, I love them. I think they're going to be so cute. But one of the reasons why I haven't been knitting so much on them as I actually wanted is because I'm knitting a children's wilderness sweater again. Let's see if we can find a way to show this. This is really pretty. I am doing the sleeves right now, that's why it looks weird, and I'm in the middle of a sleeve to make it even better. But if you remember, if you've seen before, I did one of these earlier this year as a christening gift, and one of my friends, she really fell in love with it and asked me if I would knit one for her son. He is having his birthday here in the beginning of December, and she asked if I could knit him one from her. So that's what I'm doing with the leftover yarn. I am 90% sure I'm not going to have enough yarn, so I'm going to have to buy more, but yeah, we'll take it from there. Then there might be some dye lot changes as well. There was on the original one that I made, but it turned out alright, and you know, it's for child. That's what it is, you know, it's just perhaps some fun colour change instead. But I am knitting this one from Linka Neumann's Wilderness Sweaters. I'm just a big fan of her sweaters. Talked about it before. I talked in general about this before, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. This is going to be a very like superficial episode in general, but it's her pattern. I am knitting a size 6 years old to make him be able to wear it and get the most use out of it. We just decided that a 6-year-old size would be quite fitting, because we, you know, roll up the sleeves, roll up the bottom, or just have him wear like sort of like a tunic. It's gonna be fine. But yeah, that is the plan. I am knitting it in Navia Duo, so that's the thinner yarn of what my own sweater is made of. Here we are. Cover my face and you can see it. It says Duo. It is really lovely, this blue. I'm knitting it in blue as the main color. Then I have this natural white color for the base behind the paws. That is in dark brown, that I forgot to take with me. And then this lovely orange for like the little details. I really like that, this look of these. If you want to know all the colorways, you can go check this video out. I think that would be the simplest. I am also, by the way, modifying this. So originally you knit these sweaters from bottom up. So you knit the body, you knit each sleeve, and then you put it all together and you knit the top part, the yoke. I am definitely a top-down knitter. So that's the same in the video I think I'm referring to. I have modified it to knit it the other way around. So I am just basically knitting the pattern backwards. Every time it says cast off, I'm casting on. Every time it says decrease, I am increasing, and so on. This video exactly, I'm trying to explain it, so if you wanna see more about it, have a look. Otherwise, you're welcome to ask if you have any questions about doing that for a pattern. I think it's fairly nice. But yeah, those are my ongoing knitting projects. Then I am crocheting something. Yeah, it's not Halloween anymore, I know, but this is basically a headless man right now. This guy is going to be a Nutcracker. I just added his shirt and his arms today. I made a leg and a half yesterday. They are not the same length, and we cannot see that. That is, shh. This is my first Nutcracker, okay? The pattern is from KreaDeluxe, and it is a really fun crochet pattern. It is really. I am not a big crocheter. It's been many years since I did a lot of crocheting. So this is challenging me. It's fun. As you can see, I'm still missing the head, the hat, the face details, as well as some details on his jacket. I'm knitting him. I'm not knitting him. I'm crocheting him in just regular cotton yarn, 8/4 or 4/8. I don't know which way you go. And yeah, KreaDeluxe really have some. It's a really nice written out pattern. I have it in Danish, so but it's a really nice pattern. It's described. You got pictures, and everything. I have their first Christmas crocheting book, and that was actually why I was inspired to do this guy. Because in there's a soldier, a garter. The ones who stand in Denmark by the king and queen, and everyone from the royal family at the palace. They stand there, and I have a grandpa who really likes those, and I have a cousin who likes nutcrackers, and I remember I saw that. So my sweet cousin is getting this little guy because, well, first of all, her birthday is next week again. But I'm seeing her, what is for me today is tomorrow. I'm seeing her tomorrow, which for you would be at least the day before, would be at least yesterday. I record this and have 2 days, so to say, to before I post it. But yeah, so tomorrow she is gonna get this guy, so by tomorrow he's gonna have a head. It's my plan, and we're going out eating with her, and so she's gonna get this little thing. I think it, you know, I thought that would just be straight up perfect for her. So yeah, I am really liking doing this. I think it's fun. I still am definitely more a knitter than a crocheter, but you know, sometimes it's fun to challenge yourself to do some other things, and I think this one really is one of the things I think is fun. So yeah, I've also been making some little other Christmas decorations that I've shown you the last time as well, I think, but those are now gifted to my mother-in-law. My boyfriend's mother, it was her birthday just the other day, and we decided that that would be a perfect present for her, so she got that. But yeah, so there's still a lot to make if I want some of my own. So yeah, this guy I'm hoping to have finished latest by tomorrow. I hope this has not been too chaotic, but I feel a bit chaotic. I'm really sorry about that. I don't have notes, it's really odd. I think from this I can now say I'm going to try and do my best to have notes in the future, but my pen for my Remarkable is done. It's gone, not done, it's gone. Because I'm that kind of person who can throw things away. Yeah, so I haven't been able to make them, and I really wanted to record, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to sit down and do it. Chaotic. Moving on from all of that, before we go into other crafts, I would really want to talk about a thing I'm doing. Perhaps not this year, but I'm doing it, and that is that I am doing another version of this. Actually, I've been wanting to write down the pattern, take the time it takes and write it down. So and to not like have a million of the same sweaters for myself that I'm never going to use, I decided to ask my mother if she would like one, and she said yes. So she wanted this, but in the colors of my other, the one with the yoke, that is sort of like beigey and green, and that's what I bought. I'm just picking the yarn over here so that I can show it to you. And I figured I would try to do it with Plutolobi and then a silk mohair. So I have bought some Plutolobi for the first time. I've never knitted with Plutolobi. It is this unspun yarn, if you haven't heard about it. And yeah, I just thought, you know, it's wool, it's nice wool. I love wool. It's gonna be warm and nice. My mum is a really cold person. She's often freezing. Oh, sorry if there's a weird sound in the background. That's just like the ventilator turning on. But I really think that this would be nice. And then I wanted to have a silk mohair to sort of like soften it a bit up again, as I did with my own, but also to meet gauge, hopefully. And I ordered this online, and I thought, you know what, I want to order everything the same place, so I don't have to either go out and find it and whatever. I just wanted everything to come to me for once, because I don't have a local yarn store that sells this to my knowledge, so I just found that would be easier to just order everything online. So I went with this white base for the base color, and then I found this Lana Gatto silk mohair. Let's see if we can. It's very shiny, so that's kind of it's the color 6039, and it's a bit more pinkish but cold. I don't know. I think this is warmer in color, but this has a pink hue to it from me. I don't know how clearly you can see it, but I think they're gonna neutralize each other pretty well. So that is color, the base color, which basically is the rusty from this one. And then I have this dark green Plutelope, and they didn't have any dark green in stash, but they did have this light green Lana cotton, Lana Gatto, sorry. I've been knitting so much for Lana cotton that everything is Lana cotton. But this is a Lana Gatto silk mohair as well, and this one is then the color 13144. 144. And it's just gonna slightly lighten up this dark green, but I think it's gonna be great, so it's not gonna be crazy dark to each other. Crazy. It's gonna have like a big, what's it called? It's gonna be a color difference. It's gonna be nice and clear to see the different parts of it. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this. I'm gonna do a swatch, I think. Yeah, listen to me doing a swatch. I'm gonna have to do a swatch if I want to make this into anything, but I do have the sizes generally from this one, but I'm gonna do a swatch and see what I can make. I'm really excited about that. So that is like also an acquisition. I'm not starting the project this year, I think, or at least on this side of Christmas. But I don't know. I might do it if I feel like I am gonna run amok in my dress and my brother's blanket, if I need like some change. But it is a color work as well as my brother's blanket. This is a stockinette, and I have some stockinette socks, so I feel pretty covered. And this is color work as well. The reason why I often have a lot of things on my needles is because I love to do different stuff depending on my mood, on my energy levels, on how much I want to be challenged and everything. So that's basically one of the reasons why I love I love it, having different things. I don't have any cabling at the moment, which is odd. I do a lot of cabling. But yeah, that's all sort of like the knitting. I do have, if you've noticed, this one. The it's actually not anything new. It's an old vest of mine, or pullover, sleeveless pullover. But the reason, first of all, I hung it to have like some excitement in my background, because I know they usually get boring if I sit here. But I also wanted it to show off my new shirt, because I did not find any yarn on holiday. I did try. One day we went searching for a supposed yarn store. We just couldn't find it. So, but I did find a vintage sort of shop, charity vintage shop, and they had this silky, satiny shirt, button-up shirt, and it has this absolutely gorgeous colour on it with all these like intricate things, and I just wanted to have it shown because I think this is how I'm gonna wear it, with a vest over it, having the collar showing. I think it's so cute. I bought it secondhand. I bought it at Rita's house. This is her delightful logo. I bought it for 19 euros. I think it's a fair price. I do unfortunately not know the not the size nor the designer, where it's from, because the label has been cut out. That's alright, I can fit it. I am still to decide if I want to keep the shoulder pads that are in it. I'm not really sure, but I do love how it looks with a pullover over it. I think it's so cute with the collar, and I am kind of looking after more shirts like this, because I really like it. But yeah, That's what I bought. I didn't buy any yarn, but it's knitting related. So yeah, that's all of my knitting. The rest of this is mainly just gonna be a short live chat and some other stuff that I've been making. Not knitting related at all. So if you don't want to watch that, that's totally fine. Thank you so much for being here so far. And otherwise, I really want to show you something. I made a cup a few weeks ago. Last month it must have been. A month or two ago, I went to an event with some other chronics, so to say, with some other people with chronic disabilities, chronic illness or stuff like that, disabilities. And we were 7, I think, who went to do ceramics. Not the toning part of anything, just like hand doing stuff by hand, not toning it or anything, just doing our best. And I made this little cup. I've seen something that reminded me of this, and I thought, I don't want just a simple cup, I want something fun, so I made it into like a little duckling. I'm calling it duckling. It has little wings, a beak and some cute eyes, and unfortunately it did get a tail, but that was not on purpose. But I picked this up this Saturday, and I really think he turned out so cute. Yeah, and I can't wait to drink my tea out of this. So I did that, and I really love doing all sorts of weird stuff, and I could definitely do some more of this. And yeah, besides that, I am the soon-to-be lucky new owner of a wheelchair. I am so excited to get my own. On vacation I borrowed a wheelchair. That was absolutely the best decision ever, to be able to get around, and now I have been told that I am getting my own. It is through the it's called the Kommune in Denmark. I don't know, I never remember the name, but it's basically paid by the state, by the taxes, by my own tax in perhaps some weird way, but I'm getting it paid for me, which is going to be so nice, and I'm really excited for that, because that was so nice, being able to have that, and it's going to be so relaxing for me to be able to go out with my friends, to go out with my family, to take a walk again, or stroll as it's going to be now. I'm very limited to where I am, because I can't walk that far. It's not nice. It just makes everything worse for me when I walk and stand for too long, which means I can't take walks anymore. But this is going to mean I'm going to be able to take walks again. I'm just taking the walks with my hands, so I'm going to be strolling. So I'm really happy about that, and I am very excited to getting my own, because it's just going to be nice to have one I know is mine and not borrowed, and for me to be able to go out and have a holiday, a real vacation, not using all of my energy to sightsee, because I love to go through the town, but when I walk, I'm nothing afterwards. I am worth nothing. But being able to actually, first of all, get the exercise, use my body again to push myself around in the city, but also just being able to come around and see more than only 200 meters from my car is amazing. So I'm really happy about that, and I think it's going to be a big relief for me to have my own, to be able to use that, and I'm really happy that we have the opportunity, to help me with my life is here for me. So yeah, that is the little life update you're gonna get for this time. It's soon Christmas, so there's going to be a lot of activities and other things that I am trying to do my best to space out so don't get too much. But otherwise, yeah, I think I'm gonna say that this is it from this time. If you want to see more from me, I am on Instagram as well as TikTok. I am mostly active by the time on TikTok, don't ask me why, I don't know. But I am on Instagram as well. And otherwise, yeah, I hope you liked this episode. That was too chaotic. I'm gonna promise next time I'm gonna add notes again. And otherwise, I hope you are all well and are doing just fine and having some fun with whatever creative fibre or other creative stuff you're doing. And I'll see you next time. Bye!